I wonder if there's more golems coming.
Makes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, welcome to Shining Force CD, Book 1, Chapter 4. As the Force finally has arrived in Cyprus, their long journey to Cyprus is complete. But look out, King Edmund is waiting for them. Dun dun dun. So in our last playthrough, we ended up recruiting a new bird knight called Screech. And we also had some decisions that we have to make on party composition. And I was gonna try to figure it out, but it looks like we're just being thrust right into battle. And we see Edmund coming back. And remember, Edmund will always be a traitor because of what he did in Shining Force 3. Edmund, you fiend! So I believe Edmund might be the uncle of Nick. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. You know, you come here and you're like, hey, let's get the lore, but I am not the lore man. So it's King Edmund. Why should I fight on the front lines? I'm the king, not a foot soldier. Maybe I've been taken in by Waldo, but it's too late now. King Edmund, Prince Nick, and the Shining Force approach the castle. So soon? Curse Waldo. I never wanted it to come to this. Where's the castle? I don't even see a castle here. Are you to tell me that this little tiny piece of land here is the castle? Now, we have a conundrum. We have an issue we're about to run into. And that issue is called I never aggress, but I want Shriek. Shriek, not Screech. Screech. Screech, probably the worst Birdman to ever exist.
You wound me, mon capitaine.
Shriek? I mean, who knows? Who knows if he's better than Screech or not? Must be. Birdmen, if it's any example by this big, powerful, beautiful man named Claude, have much improved. But Screech will not be joining the party. Mayfair will get to heal another day. Mayfair or Sig, because it's kind of down to them two who's going to get kicked out. And maybe if they come out here, have a good showing, they're in our force from the beginning. But enough talk about the force. Let's see what's on this map. We have, are you Cerberus? We have more Cerberuses from the previous battle. We have more brass gunners, nothing new. Oh, and we have Dullahans. I'm glad these are back. I adore the design of a Dullahan. It's one of my favorite enemy types from Shining Force 1. Perhaps my favorite, but no, I think we're forgetting the armed skeleton right here. Anytime you give a skeleton a gun, it automatically is cooler. But Dullahans are great. I'm glad they're back. Bit of a background on the Dullahan, if we're going to be honest here. I can give that after I check out this map. Are you guys Belials? You guys are Belials. And then we have a Demon Master with freeze and boost. We got this attacking and healing cleric. He does have an evil ring that we do need to go take a look at. So what is our best bet? So can we swing around the bottom here and sneak into the village? Yes, we can. I'm going to guess we can also do that from the top and swing around the back to get the King Edmund. And we can also go straight up the gut. But what's our best course of action here? See, I don't like to leave enemies on the map, but I think these guys are all way too slow on this grass type here to be able to come to get us. So, you know what? We're going to take the force, ram them right down the gut of this map, and see how that goes. Alright, Nick, our hero. So, now that we've got our... Oh, you're going to be so slow on this terrain. Everyone's going to be really slow on this terrain. And maybe that's a reason to sort of jump around and juke around. But it's all forest here. It's not as if we're really going to save any time. It's forest, it's mountains. This is going to be a long battle. It's definitely going to be a two-parter. Heck, it might even be a three-parter. But back to the Dullahans. I think Dullahans are cool. And when I made the Shining Force 1 battle tier list, I actually ended up Googling what the heck a Dullahan is. Googling, researching. That's what smart people do. They call it researching. Man, it would be really nice to have Shriek and another flyer on this map. Did some researching on the Dullahan, and apparently, I can't tell you what the Dullahan actually is, but apparently it is from Irish folklore. And I'm really excited to see a Dullahan in battle again, because you can't fly, you can only float. Okay. The sort of weird headless body, but I actually have a head look, is pretty cool. This is gonna be a slog. I just before playing this, I was watching one of Ty's speedruns because I had nothing else to do, and he was going really good. For those of you who don't know, Ty is a Shining Force 1 speedrunner. He might have the world record, I don't know. He is just the one that shows up on YouTube and streams and I watch when I'm bored. And he was doing really good. He had a really good run going. Making good time. I think he was like 3 minutes or something ahead of the world record. And like, I've watched him play the first segment of the game, like Chapter 1, Chapter 2, continually. It's what a speedrunner does. You don't get to stream the later sections of the game unless you're, you know, making really good time through the start of the game. So I watched him stream the start of the game so much. Anyway, he got to Chapter 5. Yeah, it's a little close to the Belle Isles. We got a checkerboard. Nick. Now we're getting into a bit of danger. But he got to Chapter 5 and he was still making really good time. And then all of a sudden, his Balberet, I guess, didn't land an attack on a mage, and the entire run is over. And that's got to be incredibly frustrating. Like, have I tried to speedrun games? I did a little tiny amount of attempted speedrunning of Final Fantasy VI. I didn't get that far. I only got to Ultros before it was like I have, unfortunately, other things to do. So how much damage is Bolt 1 gonna do? I'm guessing 15? Oh, okay. That's a crit with 15. You know, I was gonna say, it's good. It's good that we have the healers here. But the healers are so friggin' far away. Everyone is stretched out. Really? Nick's right there. I'm not going to be upset that you cast Bolt on Claude, because Claude can actually fly back and get healed. Alright, if we belch, we're in trouble. I don't think it's going to do 20 damage, but Shade is in trouble. That Dullahan, or that Brass Gunner, can come up here and put an end to Shade. Can't get you close enough, Sig, to do any healing. Wendy, same thing. Right, Domingo. What is our... I would say we want to take this Belial and this Bolt user out first, because the Bolt has the chance of doing more damage. But yeah, it really... I mean, it really sucked to be doing so good and then, you know, have it all kind of just fritter away, and especially in the places of the game where you probably don't play as much. Like, you have a script in your head of what these first sections are like. Alright, Wendy, you still don't have... You need some decent magic spells, because I don't think Freeze 2 gets it done and kills this Belial, so we have to hit Freeze 1. And we're also, like, the house, we are also getting ready for Halloween as time goes on. Let's just get rid of this Belial. Becca and I have always been big Halloween people, and our kid is starting to become a big Halloween person, and she has always done a great job decorating the house. We're gonna push forward, because always push forward because the terrain is bad. So she's done a really cool job of decorating the house. Oh, the Belial dodged. I'll probably put a screenshot of our decoration job, but it's cool. Halloween is coming. October is a busy month for the family because we have Halloween. Nice. Roos. Get rid of that Belial. And we also have our son's birthday. So yeah, we got a busy month coming up. I think we are getting to the point where we're safe here. We have this Dullahan, and we have this Dullahan. Oh, we have this Cerberus. We still need to get Shay to heal. Alright, Sig. Do you know heal too? You do. Gotta remember to fly Claude Black up to Mayfair and get him a heal. But that will keep you alive. Nothing's gonna kill you, Shade. It's great to have all of these monks. I'm not. Oh, Yisha. Yisha, man. Yisha is... We have three casters on the team. In Yisha and Wendy and Domingo. And I'll be honest, all of them are lacking. Domingo's got a good... You know, you're going to do 1 damage. You are the new enemy type. Also, your sprite looks friggin' rad. I wonder if we can get a comparison shot of the new sprite and the old sprite. And I'm just going to be talking out of memory here. But the old sprite, it feels like there's just like, you know, an improvement, graphically between this sprite and the old sprite. As it should be. This game is on Shining Force CD. Use all that power. Alright, so who needs a heal? Oh, you have heal 3 now. Heal 3 always seems like too much MP for me to cast. And I mean, there are times where that extra MP is worth it because, like, you get the range and, you know, sometimes you're in desperation where you need that 37 HP, you need the range. You know, we're in trouble, save us. But a lot of the time it's like, I have all of this healing and I have all of these turns, just like, I'm gonna take the time, cast heal 1, cast heal 1, cast heal 1. I mean, I guess that makes sense. These guys on the wings haven't moved yet. I wonder if they're just gonna stay still for this entire battle. Because if they don't converge soon, I don't know if they're gonna make it in time to help us. I'm also wondering which way do I want to go down, because I feel like this way has the chance of my units getting this Demon Master to come in and blow us away, whereas this will just take a long time. Oh well. Roos, I know that the Cerberus is bigger and kind of a threat, but you're so far ahead, keep getting ahead. Our cutoff might be level 10. Okay, our cutoff is definitely level 11. But our cutoff might be level 10 in, unless I'm desperate, you're not gonna do damage. I think these brass gunners are... I'm trying to remember if these brass gunners are... Because I feel like we've seen them a bunch of times before. But I am not sure on that. Early MVP rankings at the moment. Oh my god. Stop killing things. I think I'm going with Roos so far. He's out there, he's dealing damage, but we got a long battle to go. Shade, I want you to slowly push forward so that our healers can also push forward. And they're not stuck in place waiting for you. Because we're going to have a very boring vlog and quest. Come here, that'll get Mayfair to pop ahead, or Sig. What spells does Edmund even bring to the table? Alright, Edmund, what are you rocking here? Boosted you... Edmund is a unit that I don't think we have ever seen in a Shining Force game. Edmund is a paladin. And I'm sitting here saying I don't think we've seen paladins in a Shining Force game. Yeah, I don't think we have seen a melee unit with a heal spell in a Shining Force game. Nice. Level 6. Do you get any spells? I assume not. Oh, you learned Bolt. That's alright. I mean, I already have a bunch of other spells. Learning Bolt is cool, but also whatever. But I'm trying to think if there is a melee unit who's supposed to be in the thick of it taking damages in a Shining Force game that learns a heal. I know that there are a few sort of... what would we call them? Magic Knights, maybe? There's a few Magic Knights in Shining Force 3 that have some black magic and some boost spells. But I wouldn't say you're a paladin unless you have a spell that primarily hurts the undead. And no, I'm not just talking about, like, a fire. I think you either need that, a spell that does extra damage to the undead, which I don't think we've seen in a Shining Force game, or you need a heal. Probably the closest we come to a paladin is, speak of the devil, Edmund from Shining Force 3, because he's a sword user. He does wield a rapier, which is less cool. That's like the fancy... That's more of a magic person sword. It's a light sword. It's a fancy finesse sword. Paladins need to be a bit tanky, too. What's everybody at? Roos? I mean, if I'm desperate to heal people, I would heal you, Roos, but I don't need it. But he starts with Antidote. And then he learns Tornado, or Blast, or whatever, which is like the white magic spell. So he's probably the closest thing to a paladin we ever get, but no paladin type units in Shining Force 2. So Edmund, you are a unique snowflake in this world. Unless there are, you know, some paladin units later in Shining Force CD, or there are some paladins in whatever the heck the... So, correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe Book 1 and Book 2, these are remakes of Game Gear games. And then there is a third Game Boy game that is purely a Game Boy game and didn't get remade anywhere, called The Sword of Haja or something?
Wrong!
And I know that has, spoiler alert, it has like Odd Eye in it, and Volcanon in it. And it's got a lot of units that might be constructed uniquely. So there may be paladins in those games. But that would be about it. Do we want to send Roos up on his own here? No, we're all gonna... Ugh. No, Roos, you and Domingo are gonna take the long way around. But I think everyone else is going to take this painful path that we have to take here. See, yeah, now they're trying to catch me, but I don't think... I don't know if they'll catch me unless I, you know, stop and let them catch me. Alright, and oh, this Cerberus is definitely going to catch us and engage us. He can move. The Cerberus have no movement penalties. Domingo, you're coming this way. I mean, do we want to bring Mayfair with us? Because, oh!
Wild card, bitches!
The trap has been set. There are golems on the field that look like the Shining Force 1 golems. But this overworld sprite is, you know what? Let's, you know, take a second. 39 attack. They're weaker than the Dullahan. Burn these people for me, please, Wendy. But they got the Shining Force 1 sprite. Shining Force 1 battle sprite. But this overworld sprite they have, maybe we can take a second to zoom in on it. This overworld sprite is... That's pretty cool. He's looking thin and lean. He doesn't look like the beefy Shining Force 1 golems. I wonder if there's more golems coming. So, Apis isn't supposed to be killing things. Thank you for not killing him, Apis. Because once we hit level 11, we are certainly cut off. I wonder how many golems are out here. I honestly should have seen this coming. We should have seen this coming given the sort of structure of the map. Oh, the trap. She is sprung. So we'll get Mayfair up there. Okay, these golems, how hard do you hit? Well, I already know how hard they hit. They don't even hit. You can't touch that, Claude. Copyright strike. So we'll get this golem cleaned up. I think we are coming near the end of our playthrough. Unless some golems magically appear. Coming through the end of our video right now. I'm hoping to do maybe one of these a week. I have a bunch of video ideas that have kind of fallen to the wayside over the last 6 months to a year. And I'd like to get them out. I have kind of a queue of videos and ideas that I want to push out. As much as I want to get this Let's Play done, just more to push through. So with that said, we will get Roos healed, and I will bid you so long, good night, and adieu. Surprise! Oh, surprise! Lots of, oh my god, surprise! Lots of golems. All right, this golem here, we'll take care of him. He'll be fine. These golems up here, let's just say Ring, Roos and Domingo are gonna have a time. Let's not forget you have that heat axe. We can use that. Anyway, I said we were leaving, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. I'm gonna go eat some tacos. Hey, it's me, the guy who played the game. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. I don't like to beg for likes and subscribes, but they do make me feel nicer. So, make me feel nice. Or don't. There. Contractual YouTube obligations fulfilled.